All right, so we are doing another question here. It says a cubic function has the rule this and passes through this point and this point, find a and b. So we're going to approach it exactly the same way, but this time, as you can see, we're given 2 points. So that means we're going to construct 2 equations. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take one of them. So let's take this one right here and let's sub that into what we're given here. So we're going to sub that into there. So that means I can come over here and I'm going to write, all right, I have 1 and 16 as my point, and I'm going to be substituting that into my rule right here. So I'm going to get 16 is equal to a, I'm putting 1 into my x spot, so I'm cubing that, plus b, 1. I'm going to get 16 equals a plus b. Perfect. Let's call that rule number 1. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and likewise I'm going to plug it into here, just like I did for the other one. So I'm going to get 2 and 30. I'm going to put 30 in my y spot. I'm going to put 2 in my x spot. I'm cubing it there, plus b, 2. So I'm going to get 30 is equal to 8a plus 2b. And I can divide both of these sides by 2, which means I'll be left with 15 here, and then 4a plus b. So just tidying it up a bit. And I'm actually, just so everything looks consistent here, I'm going to make that black. There we go. So I'm going to call that number 2. Perfect. So now I have 2 equations here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them next to each other. So I have 1, let me put that here, and I have 2. So with simultaneous equations, the way that we can answer them is we can do it by elimination. So I would say take 1 and subtract 2 from it. And by doing that, I'm going to get 16 minus 15 will be 1 is equal to a minus 4a will be negative 3a. And then b minus b will just be 0, so it goes away. Once I'm here, I can therefore say that my a is going to be equal to negative 1 over 3. And just like that, I have gotten one of my unknowns. I know what a is. To find what b is going to be, what would I do? I could simply say sub a into, and I think I'll sub it into 1 because that's a nice one to sub it into. So I'm going to sub a into 1. So what's that going to look like? Well, let's scroll down a little bit here for some working out space. I'm going to say I have 16 equals a is going to equal negative 1/3 plus b. I will then plus 1/3 to both sides like this. I then have to make sure that my 16 has a denominator of 3, so it's going to become 48 over 3, which is going to be plus 1 over 3 plus b. Now, I don't want to lose you there in that arithmetic. Remember, 16 over 1 is the same as 16, and I'm simply multiplying my denominator by 3, I'm multiplying my numerator by 3. So 16 by 3 is 48, 3 by 1 is 3, for 48 over 3, plusing that. Now that I have the same denominators, I'm able to do this with ease. It's going to be 49 over 3 equals b. And that's my other unknown. I know what b is now. Can I stress that it's really, really important that when you're doing this and you're in a test, that you therefore, at the end, put all your answers in one spot. Say a is equal to 1 over 3, and say b is equal to 49 over 3. And that means when I'm marking your test, everything is nice in one spot. I don't have to go digging around for your answers. It's all nice and clear. Even put a box around it, highlight it, make it very clear that these are your answers. Even put a thicker red line around it. These are your answers. Perfect. Hopefully that made sense and you found this very doable. We've done lots of these questions now, so hopefully you're becoming a bit more comfortable with them. I will see you in the next video.